Hello everyone, Ginger here from WebWench DIY Nails. Today we're going to go over how I repaired a nail that broke when I popped off my peelies. What happened was my orange wood stick got under my builder gel. So when I popped I popped off the whole thing, including the builder gel, and the builder gel, as you'll see here in a second, decided to hang on to the very tip of my nail. This was a surprise, and it's probably not the last time it'll happen. You can see the tip of the nail right there in the builder gel that's still stuck to the peely. Now at this point I had a choice. I could either file down the rest of my nails to match the broken one, or I could do this, build it up again with builder gel. All the products used in this video will be linked in the description area below. But I just wanted to quickly take you through the process that I used to fix this in less than an hour. It's only one nail, so it wasn't that bad. So bonder and bond primer are going to be used on the natural nail, but not until I file and prep the nail for the entire process. First, what I do is I rough out the edges, or I clean up the edges so they're no longer rough. And I use the E-file, a very fine bit here, just to take off the remainder of builder gel that was left. Then you can see along the edge there, some of the builder gel stuck to the nails. So I only use the E-file bit on the builder gel that's left on my nail, not the natural nail. Clean it up with alcohol, get all the dust off that way, and that's when I go in with the pH bonder. What this does is it cleans off the nail, it gives you a clean palette to work with. Dehydrates and cleans. And I try to make sure I get it in there. And next up is the primer, which you'll notice that I move my brush in a massaging motion over the nail with the primer, because I want that to get into all of the crevices left in that rough buff that I gave to the nail. Getting the primer into the rough parts of the nail by massaging it in like this helps to make sure that my gel base that I'm going to be applying next has something to stick to, and that is built into the surface of the natural nail. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Putting the form on my finger the way I needed it. I don't do this very often. This is only the second time I've done something like this. So getting the form on my finger the way I need it was a bit of a challenge. This was my third attempt. I'm not going to lie and say, oh yeah, I got it right on the first time. No, I didn't. I did not. This is something I should probably practice just so that it's not such a dilemma each time. But eventually I did get it on my finger the way I needed it. And I like these forms because they have the guidelines that should make it easier to kind of pre-build in the shape that you're looking for. I start on the natural nail with the gel base so that the builder gel has something to stick to, which will bond it to the natural nail. And from there, when I start, I cure for 60 seconds. Every layer gets cured for 60 seconds because you can't over-cure. I'd rather make sure that the base of my nail is fully cured for every single layer. Now, when I go in with the builder gel here, you'll notice that I hit the middle of the nail first, trying to build that apex. I don't know if you noticed in the beginning when I was showing the broken nail, but my nails are kind of flat. They don't have an apex or a curve built in. So this is something that I try to build into my builder gel layers over my natural nails so that my nails have the strength they need to continue to grow longer and longer. The apex should rest over the stress area of the nails so that, you know, if pressure is put on the nail, it's got that little added strength there to help hold everything together. So as I build in the apex over my natural nail, I also strategically build out the tip at the same time, trying to keep the thickness of the apex consistent throughout the length of the nail as it grows out. Let's see. So what you see me doing here is holding the nail upside down so that gravity can do its job and pull the builder gel into that natural apex area. I do that a little bit longer, holding my hand upside down a little bit longer in this process than I normally do for any other gel application, because I am building that foundation and I want it to be more of a natural curve from the free edge to the apex area. Every time you see a transition, that's me putting my nail under the light to cure for 60 seconds. Every layer gets its cure for 60 seconds so that I'm confident that I'm building a foundation that is fully cured. The reason that is a concern is because if your gel is not cured, you're more likely to develop a gel allergy, and that's something we're trying to avoid. So at this point, I've built my layers, I've got my shape. My shape is in there. I'm not too worried about the shape being perfect because I know I can file. I'm more concerned with building the apex and building the tip out so that it's nice and strong, so that if any pressure is put on it, we'll be safe from any further breaking, cracking, or lifting. So I can tell you now that I did this about 2 weeks ago. This video was filmed about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more. And I still have a nice strong nail on that index finger. It has not chipped, it has not moved, it has not given me any issues at all. I can't even tell that I had to do this on that nail. So again, it may seem tedious to build out in layers this way, and it might very well be, but this works for me, so this is how I do it. Each time paying close attention to the free edges, make sure those are not building up too thick. It wouldn't be a problem if it did, I would just have more filing to do. So eventually I get it to the point where I'm comfortable, where I have enough thickness to allow for my shaping and contouring and filing to get it to where I need it. I'm not concerned about these crazy edges that you see, because as I'll show you in a minute, I'll be clipping those out of the way anyway. What I did want to bring your attention to is that after using the form, possibly I didn't get the form on there the way I needed to, but I have a flat edge where the C curve should be. And here I'm just using alcohol on a lint-free wipe to take away the sticky layer of the builder gel. And then I take my clippers and I just clip off the wild edges that I don't want. And eventually I get to the point where I even tried to clip in the general shape of my pointy almonds. I call them that because I'm going for stiletto eventually, but I need a little bit more length in my nails before I can get an actual stiletto shape. So I've just settled on very pointy almond shapes at this point. I know I'm going to be doing Halloween manicures, so I figure the pointy curved down pointy almonds are perfect for what I'll be doing. This bit is specifically for the underside of the nail, and what I'm doing here is creating a C curve where there isn't one. So that took a little bit of doing, but it's not that hard, and there was very little still be careful because you're going to be near your skin by the top of your finger, but that C curve will build quite naturally using a bit like that. Then I go in and I file to make sure my free edge is shaped the way I want it, the contour is the way I want it, and then it's simply a matter of cleaning off the dust from the filing and going in like any other builder gel fill that you might do, and putting your gel base and then your top coat, so that at that point you're ready for your peel base so that you can do your dip manicure. Steps, everything has steps. A little celebration, yay, did it. That's always a relief because everything is such a test and an experiment that I get excited and I do a little cheer. But I hope this helped you understand that cutting the rest of your nails down or filing the rest of your nails down to match the one that broke is not a necessary step. It's one solution, sure, but not one that I was willing to use, because if you've been watching my channel, you know my personal mission is to find out how far I can push my natural nails, how long I can get them, how strong I can keep them, so that I can continue to have my natural nails under my manicures. I know adding a tip to a broken nail is no longer really a full natural nail, but I challenge anyone to be able to tell by looking at my nails that I've done that to this finger. You can't tell. The only way I can tell really is by comparing it to my other nails that have the purple builder gel in them. This one doesn't have any purple builder gel left. That's the only way I can tell. So again, gel base, gel top, cure each for 60 seconds, and then this is ready for peel base and the next manicure. I hope this helped. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you like this kind of content and this is the kind of thing that helps you and you would want to see more of, please let me know by hitting that like button so that I know to make more content like this. The next video will be a design video of an early fall purple with foils manicure that I did. Keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.